What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serrano's Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Today we are in Little Elm? No, the Colony. Today we're in the Colony. We are working on a beautiful Ferrari that you guys are gonna be seeing. The vehicle is not in bad shape. This is a first-time customer for me. This was actually a referral from another customer. So we're definitely gonna be giving some love and attention to this vehicle. The main objective of today's project is, one, give this vehicle a reset, right? I don't know, maybe somebody else has serviced it. Whenever I get a new customer, my job is to make this car pretty much to my standards, right? In case if the customer decides to say, hey, you know what, I want to join your maintenance plan, therefore it's going to be much easier for me to take care of his vehicle, right? So today it will take me a little bit longer than my usual maintenances because I need to do a reset, pretty much how I like a car to look, right? So this one is definitely going to be a long project. Like it's just the sauce package, but we're gonna give it some love and attention, right? So anyways, let's get started because it is getting hot out here. When working on a exotic such as a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, whatever the vehicle can be in the exotic category, right? You always want to be very careful, very gentle with what you use. A lot of these materials in these vehicles are premium, right? Obviously they cost 150,000, 200, 300, 500,000, $1 million. You always want to be very careful with really any car you do, but exotics just have that extra level of just carefulness, right? For this vehicle, obviously we are using PNS Express interior cleaner. We're using a soft bristle brush. This one's from Aqualux Auto Detail. It's still going strong. The bristles are still there. So this one has lasted me more than a year, probably 2 years, maybe. I could be wrong, but it's lasted. The only thing that's broken is the tip of the brush. The next thing is, instead of using a air compressor, I tend to use a mini blower. This one is the Max Shine mini blower. It's usually I think it's like 105, 110 on the Max Shine website. But with my discount, Serrano's 15, you can get it for like $90 with free shipping. So I think it's a steal. It comes with obviously the gun. It comes with 2 nozzles, and I really enjoy it because it's not like hard air. You can use this on your interiors. If you don't have an air compressor, you can use it on the exterior to dry the vehicle. It also creates heat, so for that it's a plus, right? So you want to always use the least aggressive method. Usually I'll use the Vortex air tool, but when it comes to exotics, I tend to just go with the least harsh method, which is using a blower to blow out the crevices really well. And I've never had any type of issues with exotics, but always be very careful. And this is actually a first-time customer, so I've never serviced them. So this was a really fun opportunity for me to showcase. This was a referral. And pretty much it was like, once you finish, I need to get on your maintenance plan. So, you know, that was truly a blessing without having to see my work. They already want to join the maintenance plan. But that's what referrals do to your business. Thankfully today, it is nicely overcasted and it's literally raining, kind of drizzling as we are cleaning this vehicle, but we're using invisible glass cleaner for the windshield. If you've never tried it, it is safe for tint, so that's always a plus, right? A lot of the vehicles nowadays are tinted. So my method of cleaning windshields is usually I'll do the whole bottom piece, or like square your windshield and then fill in. And this method is how I was taught at the car wash. So for years, I just flipped the towel over to pretty much remove the rest or the buff off. But I usually spray my towel, one miss, just so it can glide nicely. and you'll get the best results. Cleaning the windshield is definitely one of the hardest things to do. So usually from the windshield, I'll go to my front gauges where the screen is. This one has some piano accents on the interior, so gotta wipe those too. Exotics are those, is one of those that I don't believe in this method, but I know I've seen some people do it. Just because they drive a Ferrari does not mean to freaking raise the price on them. Like, I can't stress how many detailers I've talked to, and they're like, man, I would have charged that guy $400 for that. Why? Like, it's just a car, you know. But they're like, no, it's a Ferrari, man, they got money. That don't mean nothing. Just because they got a Ferrari, they have the same trouble that we have sometimes, right? And sometimes it can be tough, you know. So treat a Ferrari just like every car. It's just a car. All right, so now we are to the conditioning stage before I start the vacuuming. And today we are using Vintage Waxman product. This is their Sharp Dressed, and I gotta tell you guys, I am very pleased with how this product finishes out. And it's perfect for this scenario, for this vehicle, because it's gonna leave it really, really nice. Really, really nice. You have UV protection on this product, and it's gonna make this whole vehicle just stand out. I posted a video on Instagram of a 50-50 on how it looked on my Corolla, and once this thing airs out, man, it looks really, really nice. So hopefully once this, I can get you guys a close-up so you guys can see it, which I'm happy to announce. Vintage Waxman also is giving me a discount code for you guys, which is Serrano's Mobile. I'll be putting it on the link in the description. So for those who wanted to try out, you can now try it and get you a nice little discount. This one here is $15.99, and it is perfect for this type of vehicle. It's not gonna give you that glossiness, you know. You guys know I love drive auto appearance, but for this vehicle, I had to pair it with Vintage Waxman to give me just that nice finish. And it smells amazing, like a cologne. And a gentleman drives this vehicle, so it's gonna look really, really nice. And hopefully you can see, this is the before with no dressing, and the after. Just look at that. Before and after, there's a good 50-50 shot right there. It looks. And one important tip is always check the trunk. And yes, it's in the front. It looks pretty good, but we'll just give it a quick vacuum. All right, so earlier this week, I received a phone call like at 7 a.m. From another detailer who had a question on, and hopefully I understood the question correctly. But he wanted to know, like, how do I save for materials, right? Or how can, you know, how do I kind of manage that area of when it comes time to buy products? Like, how do I do it, right? So I'll be very honest, when I started my business, I was just being cheap, because I couldn't really afford like premium products. So I was just going to Walmart every day because I would be finishing a lot of the products very quickly, right? But once your business is starting to bloom and your business is starting to get traction, right? Now is when you start focusing on starting to really save for your business, right? So I started, once I was like, okay, my business is doing good. I'm getting some money in. I started with really $5 from every job. I would get $5. I would put them to the side, and then I wouldn't touch that. That would be my supply money. So I used to have like 3 envelopes. One was supply money, one was equipment money, which I would use when I would have equipment failure, right? So I would just put $5 on each envelope from every job, right? And that really helped me kind of stay on top of what I was trying to accomplish, and that was to make sure that I was ready, right? Because if you're not ready, when things happen, you're gonna be in some big trouble because you won't have the finances to cover yourself, right? So I started with $5 saving, and then it grew, right? So after the 5, I went to 10, and then I went to 20. After every job, $20, and it did help me a lot, right? So now I usually put we'll go $50 aside for the supplies. But now, instead of just buying the small bottles, right now I'm buying gallons. And yes, to some, the gallons are expensive, and I agree. I was part of that group of, man, I don't want to spend a lot of money on that. That's a lot, right? So now that I have the finances and I'm able to cover it, I'll buy the gallons because it just makes more sense. Plus, your product is gonna last you way longer. The gallons of PNS that I had, I need to go buy more, to be honest. Lasted me more than, I think, a year and a half, as to opposed if I would have just bought the small 1 gallon, I would have ran through that like freaking quick, right? So it's better just to buy bulk or buy the bigger packages because it's gonna save you a lot of money. Alrighty guys, and that pretty much concludes today's video on this beautiful Ferrari. Overall, we just did a good thorough vacuum, wheels clean, tires dressed, washed the exterior, and just topped it off just to give it that nice look, nice gloss. This one did take me a little bit longer than usual just because, 1, first time customer, 2, we want to do a reset on this vehicle, right? Get it to how I like it. So in case if we do decide, let's go ahead and get a maintenance plan going, it's going to be easier for me to do the work, right? But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the tips that I gave you guys on today's video. Also, you know, just remember, when you're starting your business, save a little bit of money, put it in an envelope. I know sometimes it's hard because we do need the money, but just work hard to put some money aside for your equipment, for your supplies. $5 every day. When it's time to re-up, you're gonna be pretty good, right? You're not gonna feel like, oh my God, I just spent $300 in supplies, right? Because you already had the money, right? So hopefully that kind of helped you as well. Another thing is, always, just when you're working in an area such as this, right, if you're working in a nice neighborhood, stay clean, work clean always. Set up your stuff nicely, that way in case people do pass by, you know, they don't have to go around like the sidewalk or there's cables everywhere. Organization is key. for presentation, and as well for, you know, hopefully you get a customer out of it, right? Because as they're driving by, or maybe they're walking by, they see like your setup, maybe you look clean, and that's just going to give them an opportunity to hopefully give you a chance to either work on their vehicles, such as exotics, or, you know, their regular vehicles, right? So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend overall. So also don't forget, I'll be doing the giveaway is now closed for the MJJC foam cannon. I'll be doing the giveaway probably tomorrow, so it should be live on YouTube, the giveaway. So just make sure you're on standby. I would say around 7 p.m. If I don't do it this weekend, I'll do it no later than next week, just because I do get busy. But anyways, I'm gonna get all packed up and let's get out of here, guys. As always, God bless you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.